I can't remember what we were doing. That took a while, as the game did warn. A boat just vanished in front. What the? There's another boat over there now? I thought. Yes, there it is. It's the lake is class 1 again. Do we even want to bother? Sure, yes. Yeah, unfortunately we're in a fog bank, so I don't think the lights even help. Could we please keep heading out of the fog bank so that this could go a little quicker? Because, you know, obviously we're using fuel and stuff while we do this. A measure of professional assistance. You could just fish her out again, but she said it herself the last time you crossed paths. She'd hate to have to spread the word you've gone soft. A lifeboat? Oh dear no. Whatever would people say? The pirate poet glares up at you as the life buoy hits the water, but she grabs it regardless. Your message is received, and her look makes it quite clear that for this there will be a reckoning. The half-glimpsed smirk as she turns away, though, suggests that is the challenge she's already looking forward to. And, again, nothing else. We're not... I guess she's not paying us freedom price anymore. We're just doing this out of the kindness of our hearts. I would still like to figure out what the hell's going on with the Autumn Islands, but... we'll figure it out later. We need to head to Station 3 to see if we can figure out anything with the submarine there, and if not... we are also carrying some Dark Drop coffee that I would like to get to Con Shadow, but let's see, how much hull space do we have? A surprising amount, because we've gone through a fair bit of fuel. Let's just pop over to the Iron Republic, because it is due west of us right now, and not very far. So let's just go pick up more fuel. And that's a giant blue crab. With 300 health. It doesn't see us yet. Yay, Vales. We're leaving. The Swallowing Isles. Still not seeing a place to dock. But yeah, the one advantage that the bigger ships do solidly have over this one is if you want to hunt bigger Z beasts like that blue crab. Because good luck doing that in this thing, even with better weapons. I'm sure it's possible, but not advisable. If it's ours. It's looking for us. It did see us briefly, but then we turned our light off and it stopped looking. Okay, I have no idea what's angry at us now. I'll look and see if we can get this dang thing. Oh, that probably. Okay. The Republican, which has 400 health. I mean, I don't think I've ever even seen that one before. Okay, that probably won't end well, but I admit I'm tempted. Alright. Yes, gained 1 terror to open up the shop. Oh yeah, the House of Milk, because different shops appear here each time. So the last one had parabolan, and this one has dark drop coffee beans at a good price. But we're here primarily for fuel. So we're just gonna take that. And we're gonna go. Oh, I have to regret this one. But it's kind of stuck, so if it doesn't have a butt gun... It does. It does in fact have one, and it does 10 freaking damage. We're leaving. We are leaving. We are leaving. Because that means there's... that was probably its weakest gun. Because the aft guns, on average, tend to be weaker. So going around to the front of it would have been worse. And there's no way we are chewing through 400 health and eating that many roughly 10-point damage shots. Assuming that we don't get hit with the stronger guns it probably has on the front. Alright, recurring nightmare again. But we have a restful night, so we're just going to flee the nightmare. And the nightmare strength is now at 2. And we have 1 more restful night left. Honestly, it would be kind of nice if we could just get that to happen again before we get to London, because honestly, let's face it, we're probably just going to head to London now and turn in our port reports and things, because we're super close to London. I am once again trying to get this chunk of the coast to be on the map. If the something awaits us is a thing, and it is, we may as well stop here and see if we pick up any gossip. Another vision of the surface. Yeah, we need those. And this is really the only place to get them safely. Can you actually go through the Albertine gates without triggering the event? Or yeah, no, they are closed. That is not a thing you can sail under. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do to get this freaking part of the map to properly appear, because it's driving me nuts. Again, just kind of doing a sweep with the light to see if there's like a landmark or something that we technically need to reveal. Okay, that got a chunk of it. There's still a chunk behind the Iron Republic that's just not. And we may as well pick up the port report at Quaker's Island. Mutton Island. Quaker's Haven, you know what I mean. Oh hey, there's another one, the little crab, so we can just take that out. Shoot it, but it missed. And we just fed the crew, so we're gonna dissect it and get some fragments. If we'd managed to kill it just a little bit quicker, we could have not used a crate of supplies, but Gonna visit the hilltop to get fragments again. Because you gain a tiny bit of terror, but succeeding the pages challenge gives you a fair few fragments. And apparently it's repeatable. Got the port report. And I think that's pretty much everything to be done here for now. Because some things do change on the islands if you visit them a lot. And I very much doubt that I know all of them, but I do know a few. Alright, we're going to do what's probably a big old waste of fuel, and instead of going straight to Wolfstack Docks, although we are turning the light off because terror is probably not increasing here, we're going to turn it off until we're further down here and actually want to investigate. But there's this channel back here, and maybe there is something. Department of Menace Eradication and the Echo Bazaar. Yes, you can actually get 100 fragments by just sailing back here and discovering those things, and you probably don't need to damage your hull, but apparently I'm a little off today. Might be the Benadryl. Probably the Benadryl. Didn't take enough to make me sleepy, but... Oh, thank you! Okay, so... Still have that chunk behind the Iron Republic. We may have to just investigate this chunk of the shore a little more, but we've got most of it. That makes me feel better. And hey, we managed to get here without 50 terror by some freaking miracle, so we don't have the nightmare going back up. Let's see. We have 32 hold capacity. We still honestly have enough supplies. I'm not going to worry too much about supplies unless we have like 5 or fewer, because you guys see how long it takes for us to eat through them and how often we get more from ships and things out there. Benefits of a small crew. Let's see if the Roser's Wharf has anything. Let's see. Move in the Great Game or a Watchful Curio. We do not have those, so that's going to be a no. We don't have the 7 parabola linen. We decided against buying it, so we know we can't turn that in. I don't really want to visit our lodgings because we do still have 1 restful night, and spending 100 echoes for not even the full benefit doesn't seem like the best idea. So we can go carouse on the Wolfstack Docks, though. Lose some terror, get some recent news, run into the Dapper Chap again, and lose more terror. And you know what? We have space, and I keep doing stupid things that might get our butts caught. So let's see. Anyone interesting? Another officer. The Presbyterian Adventuress. Sure, why not? Let's see if you're any good. Oh, hello, Captain. Is this one of yours? I had to knock her about a bit. She didn't like taking orders from foreigners. Still, we're good friends now. The adventuress claps the black-eyed sailor on the back. Oddly enough, they do seem to be friends now. Okay. A gunnery officer. Iron +6, veils +3. Versus him, which is just iron +8. I'd rather have the veils, so you're on. I mean, don't get me wrong, both stats are useful, but generally speaking, if the enemy can't find you, you can take as many hits to take him out as you damn well please. Let's see, do we have anything that we want to sell? No, we want to save the Dark Drop coffee beans for other things. So we're just gonna go probably to the Admiral, but let's make sure there's nothing else in London that we want to do. Should we go to Dry Dock? Yes, we might as well. Because that level of hull damage on most other ships, perfectly fine. That level of hull damage on this ship, maybe not the best idea. Especially given that I keep running into things. And we get favor easily enough by just going to the Admiralty and turning in these reports. Let's see. We still didn't find the Mangrove College. I apologize. So it's just going to be port reports today. You have something to tell us about the pirate fleets of the forest? Why, yes, I do. Hunter's Keep again. I'm very surprised that one gives fuel because a lot of the smaller ones don't, but we could try to submit that as fact. It's a 42% chance. If we manage to get that to at least a 66% chance, so, you know, roughly 2 out of 3, I'll try it. Not going to try it now. Just checking our hold space. 5 more space. No, I didn't expect that to happen. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Some reports should not be reported. No, don't concern yourself. This was my 3rd best suit, and the Admiralty offers a modest allowance for document-related damage. Perhaps it's best if you leave now, though. Good day. The port report for the Iron Republic got really good effects when we got it, but that's one of the worst ones to get when you turn it in because you get a little bit of terror for it and not very much stuff, understandably. We can just go right back in. It's not a problem. Our other ones are safer, I promise. Visage. Ah, the island that looks up. I don't suppose you found out what it's staring at. Port Carnelian. You know, sometimes I wonder whether that place was a good idea. I didn't say that. Salt lions. The bazaar has always taken an interest in that place. Quaker's Haven. Which also, amazingly, you could honestly probably farm fuel and do okay on supplies if you had a small crew and timed your visits well by just going to Quaker's Haven and the Hunter's Keep over and over again. We have one too many. So we have to pop over because it's better to get 2 echoes for it than nothing. So we leave here with 24 fuel and 10 supplies. That's okay. An unexpected letter. Who sent it and what does it say? Your sweetheart, return to London as soon as you may. You are now a father. Obviously, you know, choose that option if you have that equipment. Or that they've taken in a foundling, so you adopted. Or we're sending it if, you know, we would have the kid. I'm just going to say we adopted. That makes the most sense to me. What are they thinking? Is this some scheme of theirs or honest affection? So we now have a kid, return to London to look after them, and they may become a scion, allowing you to take 2 legacies, meaning you get to pick 2 things to keep. Because they become the next captain. Well, we'll check on them next time we're in London. Because you do have to interact with them a fair bit to actually get a scion, as you would expect. Otherwise, they have no interest in becoming a Z captain. Let's see, where are we going? That would be a good thing to figure out now. Station 3 or the Khanate. Honestly, I would like to make use of this coffee, so let's head out this way, get a port report from Hunter's Keep, Shepherd Isles. Might swing down to Station 3 and see if we can do anything there. We'll see. We did gain 1 supplies. Do we always gain a supply when we go through here, or did the game give that to us because we had no hunger to reduce? I need to pay closer attention. Yeah, we can also swing by Abbey Rock, although I think they also like recent news, and sadly you can't tell both of them the same thing. And I guess I usually just find Hunter's Keep to be the better place for it. Oh, another one of these. Oh. Let's see if we can put it behind the... I was hoping maybe we could get behind the buoy and mess up its targeting. There we go. Let it disperse. Gain another Z story. Because, yeah, those things do a fair bit of damage. They do 8 damage, which for us is not great. Guess we ended up going a bit further north than I originally intended, but we may as well stop by the Shepherd Isles. Why not? Let's ask for Tales of Thornwell Croft again, because that seemed to give us more stuff last time. Yeah, we get a Z story for this one, so... Which I think is also important for getting a Scion, or it's one of the ways to, like, increase their interest in becoming a Z captain. On top of the 30 million other things we need Z stories for. Let's see, if we're going to try to do errands for the Acolytes... It's a mirrors challenge. And we're at port, so swapping officers is perfectly okay. And we may as well swap to our officer that gives a mirrors bonus. So, guarding the yard. The Acolyte asks us to keep a night watch on the dump where she throws away the unused heart stuff. Smugglers along the shore. The place proves to be a wide field knee-deep in the dark matter, thousands of hearts worth. Looking too closely at it makes you dizzy. Looking too far away from it makes you a poor watchman. It makes for an uncomfortable couple of hours pacing around the dumping ground, which runs all the way down to the beach. In the last quarter of the watch, there's stealthy movement, a rowboat, 3 hooded figures. And yeah, we did turn in a long box here from Irem. I skipped the first interaction because at that point I was well and truly struggling with a migraine. And I was just skipping through it because I just wanted to get to London and have a good place to stop. So honestly, I'm not entirely sure what's happening here because there's no good way to repeat it. Like, I was skipping through so fast that the footage was not really watchable. Sorry about that, but yeah, we can do some stuff here. So watching until we know what they're up to only has a 54% chance of working. Challenging them immediately probably isn't the best option, but it'll at least work. They panic and scramble back onto the boat. From the sounds of it, it's a damp and squelchy business. Not only do they not get what they came for, but they leave some of their supplies behind. So we get 2 crates of supplies. Probably would have gotten more favor if we'd figured out what they were up to, but, you know, I'd rather do the thing that works. Okay, for the submarine thing, we need to search Shed 12. A long, low building propped against the wall, boarded windows, a rusting padlock. Your bosun shatters the lock with a ball-peen hammer. Inside, your lamps reveal dust-choked workbenches strewn with discarded tools, shelves of cardboard boxes filled with rivets and bolts, washers and screws, blackboards roughly scrubbed. Here's an old lunchbox, its half-eaten sandwiches encased in successive generations of exciting fungus. In a rusted filing cabinet, you find the documents you need. A folder of tea-stained research into Zonar. You leave the rotting workshop quietly and return to your ship. The next time you sneeze, your handkerchief comes away black with the workshop dust that crept into your lungs. And now, just when we return to Port Carnelian, we should be able to get a submarine. So pretty soon we'll be able to sort that out and finally get the submariner tutorial to not be on our screen anymore. I know I could have dismissed it, but I'd like to actually see the tutorial once we have the submarine, so we've kind of just been stuck with it. Let's visit Demu Island and Khan's Glory, which is where we'll turn in the coffee. And we might save one bag of coffee for Irem, since we'll be up that way anyway. And by then, we'll see where our fuel's at, but we may have to visit Mount Palmerston to fill up on fuel. It's only slightly more expensive than the Iron Republic. Oh, who are you? Okay, just a pirate steam pen. Just normal one, little one. Let's get him. Got a little bit of fuel. Can always take fuel. Let's have tea with the factor, because our hunger's pretty high. And that'll gain us supplies, so, you know. Loses a bit of terror, too. I'd rather have that than the crew right now. We'll probably eventually get another opportunity for a cheap crew member in London to fill out that last spot, anyway. Oh, there's the Alakis-class frigate again. Please tell me we're getting close to the end of this saga. It is entertaining, but it's getting very resource intensive. See, we even taking that shot didn't tell her where we were because she was turned away from us. Now she's probably going to figure it out now because she managed to turn around. So now we have to try to get behind her or get her to run into there. Something. This is very, very, very tight quarters. I'll just turn on our light to speed this process along, since unfortunately she doesn't seem keen on putting out a flare. Oh, she did manage to turn. Kind of hard to tell because her ship is very much smoking at this point. Yeah, this is not ideal fighting conditions because unfortunately she's not managing to stay hung up on anything, and it's kind of hard for me to stay behind her. Oh, we're getting stuff again. Once again, the familiar dance. Words are no longer needed. The pirate poet bows her head, acknowledges your victory. Next time, though, a slight smile adds, do not expect her to go so easy on you. This would make sense if your ship was, like, upgrading each time, but it's really not. So now we're back to getting stuff. Only peaches? Peaches are an option? Okay, such peaches, Amber and Dawn. Zeman snaffles one and is caught when the taste makes him burst into tears. Pack them carefully, don't bruise them. So essentially 5 supplies, apparently peaches. Where I guess we'll drop a little bit of fuel because that put us 1 over, but we'll be good on supplies for ages now. Yay us. Okay, we're back to fighting her actually being worth it. Assuming that she keeps appearing.